Good evening, welcome to Race Space. We're back in the KTM series. Monday night sprints at Czech Republic, the Brno GP circuit. Looking race length for the sprints, about 10 laps each. So it's going to be some interesting corners on this circuit to make up some ground. I know it's a tricky circuit, sometimes I really do struggle with this, but weather conditions looking nice and sunny for this time of year. We're track temperatures probably still going to be on the cooler side, so that's something that these guys are going to have to contend with. Who have we got joining us tonight? So you got a few cars there: K9, Palm, Kento, Tiger, and Rock as well, and Marquardt G32. So these are the guys that are joining it so far. I do believe there's Kenny Shep might be joining a little bit later. Work commitments just getting in the way of his racing, but hopefully he'll join in for the GT4s. Just waiting for the lobby to get going, then we dive in straight into qualifying. Let me just check. Some people have joined in, but the Race Space bot hasn't posted a link. Just bear with me while I just dive back into the Discord chat. Right, so apparently it is working. Got a couple of viewers on, so I presume it is. But yeah, some of the guys just getting sorted now in the chat. Final preparations, but these road cars have been proven to have some good races, close races in between it. Vary a lot from track to track, but this one, as we say, this first sector of the track, very long right-hander. I always find that a very tricky corner. Does tighten up towards the exit and really pushes you out wide if you're trying to carry the momentum through there. Short straight, there is a little bit of a bump going into that next turn at the end of sector 1. That's always something to just try and get the car settled over that, and then flow in through that quite twisty section of sector 2, all downhill as well, so you're carrying a lot of speed in that sector. Always wants to push you out wide, but with these cars we know that you can have a lot of fun with them, slide them around a bit. So hopefully we're going to see some epic drifting tonight. Who's going to be first out there? With it being a dry track, everyone's pretty much just sat in the garage doing their own kind of setup. You got Kento, he's diving straight out there, so he'll be one of the first ones to set the quick laps, and then behind him we would be having Palm coming out on track, and G32, I think he was just leaving the pits as well. So these are the first three guys getting out there, getting the feelers for the track. No, G32's been solid all the way through the championship, and sitting quite healthy on the points overall. Just see the car just twitching there. Cooler tyres, just got to scrub them in for this first lap, shed a bit of fuel off, and get them fast laps coming in. Kento was just telling us he's had to borrow a set of pedals off somebody, so hopefully they'll work for him tonight. Just getting a nice drift coming out of that corner. See Palm in the background, not too far behind. So. See, just being quite aggressive with the car, which I was thinking these cars really does help transferring the weight and getting the body shift, the body roll, just to help rotate the car a little bit. See, Palm means business. He's already got his lights on, and just on this warm-up lap he has caught up to the back of Kento, but he'll be wary of just to try and give himself a little bit of space going on to his faster laps. He'll be looking for any toe that Kento will give him slipstreaming up this section as well. Important to get carry the speed out of that bottom turn up that hill. So them two go on to the start of the time fast laps, so we'll just dive on to Roy, see how he's getting on. Not too sure on how many times this track has been used in our championships. I know we've been around it a few times, but sometimes they can be in fun sessions as well. But I know they were used in the Ferrari Challenge, which Roy was the creator of the idea behind that one. As you see, just clips out that tyre barrier, scatters them, leaves them out on track just for somebody else to come through and clear up. Just struggling to get the car. He's diving back for the pits, I think. So Tiger, still relatively new to the championship, but has had some good results, I think. Did he also get a disconnection as well at some point, which was unfortunate, but everything seemed solid for him tonight. Looks to have the car quite stable. Just runs over the curb. You can see they could be they're going to be quite an aggressive factor that might just pull a few people out off track and make the car have a bit of a moment. Looking pretty much under control from Tiger there. Marquardt giving it a nice full send drift as we catch him on the stream. We know he is on controller, so he has some epic launches as well, so always one to look out for, especially going into turn one. He's normally made up a couple of places. Times are coming in. Palm looking strong at the moment with a 2:10. Kento not far behind him with 2:12. G32 with a 2:14. So 2:10 seems the strongest time so far by Palm. I'm sure he was looking quite comfortable right from the word go on lap one, but there's still a few laps left yet to make up. Marquardt just gets a bit of a tank slap around that one corner, but he's going to lose a little bit of speed going up this uphill section as well. Tiger's come over the line on 2:22. So just see Marquardt giving it a big full lock going in there. I believe that's K9 that's made up ground in the background there. He's going to be looking for a tow. He's tucked in behind Marquardt, so Marquardt goes across the line 2:22, but K9 now up 2:11, so he's slotted straight into that second place, so he's come out on a good lap. I know he does quite enjoy this track, K9 does. Just be looking for a bit of a tow and maybe to slingshot Marquardt. try and get a faster lap time than that 2:11. I'm sure he'd be going for pole. Marquardt keeping a tighter line there. Oh, just a little bit too tight. Marquardt gets a bit of a wobble on. K9 runs around the outside of him. K9 not pulled away from Marquardt too much, and Marquardt hasn't lost a great deal of amount of time on this lap. Palm gone slightly faster there, the 2:09, so he's improving every lap now. So that's going to make the rest of the fields just up their game that little bit more. Everyone else hasn't improved at this moment in time. G32, T13, I think that's an improvement. And super close between Marquardt and Tiger, 2:22.7, 2:22.9. Just see what K9 can finish this lap on, see whether it's an improvement. We will be going on to another lap of what looks like a clear track in front of him. So just see him drifting that car around. Just takes a few cones out, scatters them across the track, but he'll be running that to the line now. Just a very slight improvement there, so 2:11.4 coming in on that. Kento still on a 2:12, 2:05. Ooh, epic amount of smoke there from K9, but not the fastest way to get around a corner. Ends up doing a 360, so that's kind of messed up that lap. He probably won't be able. No, he won't be able to get to the line for another one. So I feel that is going to be K9's effort for qualifying. Sat in second at the moment. Some of the other guys can improve. Check where Kento is. Looks like he's warming up his tyres, so he's going for one last attempt. I think. Where is he? On track. It's got 55 seconds to run it to the end of the lap. So he's got a little bit to go yet. He's just coming to the end of it, so starts the lap now. He'll be going on with his warmer tyres, should we say. So it's just proving that track temperature is quite cool out there. So Palm's still leading on 2:09. Who we think we just saw then just bail out of it, so he must have messed up his last attempt for an improvement, but he's looking strong at the moment. So he's in the pits. So it's these guys that have got to beat that 2:09, and G32 he's happy with his efforts. He's dived back to the pits, and Marquardt is already in the pits, so not many of the other guys wanting to stay out on track to see whether they can run it on this final lap. K9, Kento is, and I think Roy is still out there as well. He'll just be looking to make a couple of positions up. Kento right out to the limits of the track there, sweeping it back in. Looking for every tenth on every corner just to try to probably even just get in front of K9. Just see where K9 is on track. He's just coming over, so I don't think there was any improvement on K9's final attempt there. So Kento will be aiming just to focus, just to even move up one position. Roy's still out on track. He'll be on his final lap. He's done well to get over that line, to get this lap in. Final attempt on, just to make up a few positions. Kento just coming around the final corner. Is he going to move up any, or is it going to stay in that third place? He does make an improvement, but not enough. A super close time there to K9, so I think it's going to be a good battle between them guys. I think K9 had finished. Roy will just see him complete his lap, see whether he can make any improvements. On this final section, you want to carry as much speed as you can. Just see the back end twitching under braking. Coming up to the line now, is that going to be an improvement? A slight improvement there. I think he's gone up a position. He did move up a position, so that's a good last effort from Rock there. And that's going to be the starting order for the sprint race. So you've got Palm on pole, K9 on the inside for turn 1, so if K9 has a good launch, he's going to be holding that inside line going into turn 1. With Kento on the outside on row 2 and G32 against pit wall on that inside row. And then we got Tiger and Roy, both on the same starting line. Mark Quirty with them epic launches on the back row. But I'm sure he's going to make up a couple of places if he gets his normal epic launches. This guy's just making a few final tweaks, probably just dumping a bit more fuel in, making sure they've got enough. Palm just making sure he's got his headlights on. Who's going to get away? Firstly, Mark Quirty having that epic launch in the background. Kento, I feel, has had a good launch as well. K9's already just got his nose in front of Palm. He's going to dominate into turn 1 with Kento. There's 3 abreast. You've got Kento there, Mark Quirty as well, so he's had an epic launch to get up into that 4th place spot. K9 just holding, but Palm looking feisty to get that place back. There's a good pack of bees all swarming down this straight to us. Palm's got the move back, he's up the inside of K9. Can he keep it tight? He does. He's K9's giving him room, but these 2 guys there just sorted out position, so Palm's back in front. K9, G32 makes up position. I think that's Kento ran out onto the grass, so that was unfortunate there for him. So G32 doing a solid performance at the moment, like he normally does. K9's out wide there over the curb. G32's having a look up the inside. K9's going to have the inside for this side. G32 just drops in behind him, but he's going to have a good run. Exit out of that turn. See, Mark Quirty's just dropped a little bit further back. There's a bit of a grab there, and then Kento as well. I think he's battling with Roy now, so he's lost a lot of ground on this first lap. Tiger just lost a bit of ground towards the guys, but we didn't pick up anything on the stream that I noticed. But back up at the front, Palm leading, K9's full attack mode there with G32 hungry on the tail end there of K9. Palm looking strong. Did lose that lead at the start, but he's managed to regain control. So I think Kento's made up a bit of ground now, because he was battling with Roy just a second ago, but he's already on to the back of Mark Quirty. So that's Mark Quirty holding that inside line, forcing Kento to try and go around the outside. As we say that, G32's got in front of K9, so too many overtakes at the moment just to keep an eye on. But G32 looking strong in this race at the moment. He's made up a few positions. just got in front of K9 on the race pace. Oh, but as I say that, G32 just catches that curve, which I've seen a few times. It's unfortunate for him. That lets K9 back into that second place, and not really under any pressure by anyone, but really did just spit G32 off the track. I think we've lost somebody already. I think Mark Quirty. I did see a big glitch happen on the screen when G32 crashed, so that's unfortunate. I think Mark Quirty's had a disconnect there. Palm looking strong. He's already built up a bit of a buffer now of about 3.5 seconds. K9 second place. Kento now is up into third, so he's gone from, I think he was in 5th at one point, maybe 6th, and he's worked his way back up on lap 2. So we'll just be looking for improvements now, but we'll see what his lap time is on this one. Everyone's running 2:16s, 2:17s, 2:21 was his last one. That could have involved a little bit of drama running out onto the grass. Palm out in front, looking nice and steady and controlled. K9, so down into 209s now. Palm 212, K9 214 for Kento, 217 G32, but he's had to go into the pit, so he's obviously picked up a lot of damage. It was heavy impact into that Armco barrier, so he feels that he can't drive the car in that condition, so he's dived in there. That puts him right to the back of the field, so Roy moves up into that 4th place spot, Tiger into 5th. Just checking on Roy. And Tiger there right behind him. Father and son combo, and the son won't be happy. He'll be trying to make the move. Bragging rights in the household. For some reason, the camera's stuck on to G32 on my screen, but this is where the battle seems to be happening at the moment. Just keeping my eye on the times between the other guys to make sure that there's not any major incidents, but we're just keeping our eye on this battle. Tiger not being able to make any major impression on Rock at the moment. Rock's managed to just creep away a little bit. Seem very similar on pace. I think Palm's just still edging away from K9, and K9 just seems to have got a nice 10-second window back to Kento. Tiger still not making any major ground up on that that particular lap. Let's check in on G32 now. He's got his car repaired. Long way back, but I'm sure he'll be still determined to be out there and pick up them few points that he'll gain. 6th place points, so it's not as bad as the field was even bigger. car looking steady, and it was a shame because he was looking super quick at the start of the race. Just had that one hook of the wheel over the curb and it really did fire him off, so he's going to be slightly miffed about that. I feel like he had good pace now. Got past K9, whether it would have been enough to reel in Palm, we'll never know. Just get back to this battle to see how they're getting on. So Roy just pulling away, I think, a little bit more as well from Tiger there. Just checking in on the times there. Kento is taking 2 seconds off K9, so I'll keep my eye on that to see whether it's just the odd one slight mistake from K9. It's just allowed Kento to catch up on them 2 seconds, or whether that turns out that pace is just favouring Kento at the moment. You can see Roy is he's pulling slightly away now from Tiger, so just want to check the lap times of these two guys who were pretty close on the last time round. 2:21s from both guys, but I think Rock there, he's going to have a slightly better time. 2:20. Tiger comes over with a 2:22, so yeah, 2 second. Well, yeah, 2 second in 1 lap, 1.5 seconds. Checking on the leader, lost the start, but by the end of lap 1 he was back in that position, and he hasn't looked back since. Car looking stable and all under control. Smooth driver is Palm. He's really been putting in some great performances since joining the community. Using all of the track and carrying that speed up this uphill section. .209 was his last lap time. Comes over the line now for another 2:09, slight improvement, but we know someone else that can just bang in them consistent lap times, and that's how you win races. Is Kenny Shep. Once he finds a lap time, he can nail it pretty much every lap. So Palm doing a very similar thing there out in front. K9 213 was his last one, so he just seems to be losing a little bit of speed going into the race. You can see Kento coming into shot now, so whether within the 4 laps the pressure will be getting to K9. Kento just reeling it in with 210 last lap, down to roughly about 5 seconds between these guys. Don't know why the camera gets stuck on G32 there. That's odd. Obviously K9 in the commentary car this time round. Sat in second overall in the championship, but a long way behind the leader of Kenny Shep. K9 doing a solid job at the moment to pick up some good points. Keeping it smooth, under control. The man on attack mode at the moment is Kento. Lost a lot of ground at the start of the race and has been working to make up time all the way through this race, and you can see him just reeling in K9 there. He's got that incentive just up the road, and that just gives him a little bit more incentive, and he seems to have the car pretty much under control now. As they go over the line again though, the laps just keep on ticking away, and sometimes is there enough time just left just to make a last lap dogfight between these two guys? See a 2:13 again, solid lap time. K9 on this last lap, he seems to have found that lap time and sticking to that. Kento 2:11, so slightly slower but than his previous lap time, but still slightly quicker than K9, so that's what he'll be looking at. Yep, camera's just checking out random things. So G32 has moved up past Tiger already, and now he's making the attack on Roy, so he's really found some pace. Goes past Roy, back up into 4th place, so good effort there from G32. Has been in the pits for that damage that he's picked up, and overall pace on track of matching Kento in front of him, which is at 2:11 lap time. See Tiger in the background there, just having a big moment. He's managed to regain control, so epic job from him. I think just lost control over the curbs. 2-second window now roughly between these two guys, so Kento really hunting in K9 now. We'll check on these guys. Solid 2:13 from K9. Kento there over 2:12, so maybe just overcooked it a little bit with that incentive of seeing K9 coming to him a little bit. So he'll be looking to make this lap the one where he really gets up onto the back of him. K9 just running out onto the grass, running it down the dirt, but all under control. Cleans up his tyres again through these couple of sections. Excuse me, why the cameraman's just off here, there and everywhere. K9 was over that curve that time, but luckily it didn't spit him out. Kento now really latching onto the back of him. All he's gonna have in his mirrors is the purple of Kento's car looming down on him. You've got that added pressure, and you've got to try and keep it from making any mistakes. Kento's just eyeing him up. See where he feels he's stronger out on track, but tucked right underneath the rear bumper now. Tricky corner that, you can see a lot of people carrying a lot of speed as they go over the brow. Kento switching sides. Has he got more power coming up the hill? I think he is alongside him. K9's going to have the inside for this corner, but I think Kento's already there, but runs out wide a little bit. Side by side round the final corner They're going to run it down this this straight side by side. K9 just slightly in front, but Kento's going to have that inside line for the next corner. Kento tucks in back behind K9, so epic clean fight between them guys on that final section of lap 8. Gone on to lap 9 now, so just 2 more laps to do it, but side by side again all the way around this section. I just holding my breath coming down into this this turn here. Kento just runs out wide onto that gravel. That's buckled from the pressure. He just slipped a tyre onto the grass. We can't see it because apparently we're looking at something else that was more interesting, but yeah, just slipped a tyre onto the grass and that dragged him out into the gravel. So K9's been given that breathing room back again now, and a lap and a half left to do. All he's got to do is run this to the end, but he's going to have a sigh of relief. Kento just got to clean his tyres up and regroup and try the best he can. Just see how his tyres are. So the rest of the guys, Palm still out in front. Epic job. G32 into that 4th place. He's had a good solid drive. Roy and Tiger. We've seen Tiger have a couple of mishaps out on track, so just not feeling it at this particular circuit. You see Kento full rotation on the car over that brow. Full attack mode. I mean, like he's what? Not quite a full minute in front of G32, but you've got enough time to give it some full aggressive moves. If you have a spin, so be it. I'm sure he can get back out on track. Oh, as I say that, commentator's curse. Just over rotates it a little bit. Had to take the shortcut. That cone still flying down the main straight. So last lap. We shall go. Palm still out in front. As I say that, Palm's going for a full spin. Right, so this is the moment of commentator's curse. So he's doing. I thought he was going to do some victory donuts at that point, but he is 23 seconds clear still. So he's got the time, no dramas, major dramas. He's worked up that buffer throughout the race, so. But that'll be a bit of a moment, and I'm sure he'll be cautious for the rest of the lap and just run it to the end. K9 in that 2nd place. Kento still trying to reel him in as much as he can. G32, solid run there. Where are we on track here now? Palm just coming up this final section now, so we'll stay on board. The other guy's still pretty close at the moment. We're going to stay on board, watch him cross the line. Epic win there from Palm. I'm sure he's going to enjoy that one, even with his 360 on the last lap. Great job by him. K9 still under pressure from Kento, but all he's got is a couple of turns left and just keep it tidy. Seems to have found his rhythm and all under control. As I just hold my breath on that one, but yeah, all under control. He's going to come over in 2nd place. Kento coming over in that 3rd place. He's going to be happy with that. You see Palm there doing some victory donuts down there. I don't blame you. G32, solid drive there. Unfortunate. I think it was the 1st lap or 2nd lap, just hooked a wheel over the curb, and that really fired him off to the outside. Heavy contact with the barrier. Had to pit. Pitted. came back out and yeah, got the bit between his teeth and drove himself back into that 4th place. Epic job. Great drives. Roy's still, what was it, still not too far away from each other really, Roy and Tiger. See Tiger just coming into shot there. Some good points being picked up really, 5th place for Roy. No, he's not a fan of these cars, but controlled it well. Tiger here, we've seen him do some 360s, comes over the line backwards, that's how to do it in style. Great drive in there. Finish off the night, and unfortunately there, Mark Querty, yeah, did retire, so that's a shame. I shall just save some replays, if it will. Best lap time there from Palm 209. Not too far away was Kento and G32 with 210s. They're the best lap times for them. 212 for K9, 220 from Rock and Tiger Rock. So they're evenly matched on pace. So I mean, like, the finishing results from that will give them overall championship points. 5 cars in the race, well, 6 cars started, 7 cars. But moving on to the GT4s now. So they'll just swap into them. We know some of the guys do favour the actual GT4 Expo. People just switch liveries. I think most are right, but a couple there that have just got a switch. But yeah, so some people do favour this GT4. Great car. I've really enjoyed driving it myself. Never been a great fan of GT racing, but no, this is it's a fun car to drive. It gives you that little bit of movement, but still a very planted, stable car. Can't see any Kenny Shep, so he hasn't been able to join at the moment. Might be a couple of minutes where he can do. So that's going to give someone the epic chance of another win. Obviously qualifying with these, 10-minute qualifying, go into the sprint race. Then it will, finishing positions from the sprint race will go on to the starting position for the endurance on Thursday night. As we've seen in all the other streams, works well, and we've seen some people work their way from the back to the front in the endurances. Just getting these guys dialed in, just bear with me a second. So we're going straight in now. Everyone's locked and loaded. Unfortunately, Kenny Shep wasn't able to make it, but I'm sure you're going to see him if he joins on Thursday night, starting on the back of the grid. He'll be one to watch, making his way through the pack. We know he's got some extreme pace. So it's going to give someone the chance to pick up full points from the sprint race and put themselves on for pole for the endurance on Thursday night. G32 in his famous black and orange and white livery, Marquardt darker blue and black there, Rock in the lighter blue and black, Tiger full black carbon, white stripe over the bonnet, Kento is in the, is that the darker blue or the lighter blue? Hang on, that's the lighter blue, isn't it? Yep. Palm, G32's teammate in that black and orange, and then the only Savage car out there tonight, K9 in the commentary car, number 82. So out on track, G32 straight out there, and for some reason my camera's having a bit of a wobble again. So we'll go to Tiger to see him just getting some heat in them tyres. Kento, he's off. Back in the pits. So Czech on board with Palm, and no, I don't want to get doing that all the way through the race again. Camera's just having a wobble there. Don't know why it gets stuck on that corner. We're gonna have to name that G32's corner, and you can just see that was G32 there, just at that shot. So people struggling with the transition, jumping into these cars. You can see the don't seem to have much grip at the moment. I think on this first lap we've seen everybody off, out and about, off track at some point. Just check on Marquardt, even though it's stuck on G32 at that point again. So yep, that's officially known as G32's corner. Back up with Marquardt now. Looking solid at the moment. Just keeping it nice and controlled. Someone's just left there, I think that was Tiger. So whether it's disconnection, he's got time to get back in. Marquardt just overcooking it, running out into that gravel trap. So everyone just seems to be struggling at the moment until they get some heat in these tyres. K9 car looking clean at the moment, but I don't want to curse anything, but nobody's set a lap time yet. Tiger has joined back in, so that'll be good to get him back out on track. He's still got time to get a lap time in or two. So K9 looking comfortable at the moment, I want to say, but this will be the start of his first flying lap. There's a couple of cars in front of him. As we can see, that one in front of him there was G32 had just run out wide, so it's not going to be the best of laps from him. Tiger's back in. So it's Palm is going to be the first one to set a time on his first flying lap. Let's stay on board with Palm, see where he's going to come in with the benchmark. Looking comfortable now. We did see him off on off track on the warm-up lap, should we say, the first as you've exited the pits. Just a bit twitchy under braking on that rotation of that corner, but all under control. Palm comes across with a 210, so not too far away from the road car times at the moment. Obviously, car's going to get a better feeling as it goes through later on in qualifying. Who have we got coming over in second? Is it G32? No, it's going to be K9. So K9's got in front of G32, and he's going to be setting the next time, coming in with a 212. So yeah, a couple of 1.9 seconds just off the pace of Palm at the moment. G32 coming with a 224. I think we saw him off track at I think it was that turn there, maybe turn 1 as it goes into turn 2. So Marquardt, good job there from him. 213 coming in. Roy's on a 215, so not too far. Good group between them three there. Stuck on G32's corner again, and talk of the devil, here he comes. I think we just caught another moment there. Yeah, G32, so that's why he's not having the best of nights in that section. Cameraman's highlighting that. Marquardt sat in third place, 213. That's a good effort. He'll be looking to improve. Won't take him too much, and he'll be in front of K9. Ooh, as I say that, holds it. Good control there. Ooh, very, very lively on the back end. The car's looking. So G32's dialed for the pits. Tiger's back in the pits. Let's see on Kento. He's in this group. Yep. He's hasn't set a lap time yet, but he'll be looking to set one over these next couple of laps. 2 minutes 25 qualifying left, so enough to finish this one and get onto another flying one for most guys. You can just see, I think that was Marquardt in the background there, just let it up too much. No major improvements from anyone yet. Palm and K9, 210, 212, 213 still from Marquardt. Go over the line, that puts Kento in fourth on a 214. Roy on a 214, 008 from Kento and 028 from Roy, so close between them two guys. I think Palm, I did see him dive into the pits and he's come back out, so is he, was that someone else? But he's still out just in front of K9, so this is going to be another flying lap from these guys to see whether they can just do an improvement on their time. Obviously Palm feeling confident so far. Topped the qualifying in the road car. Took the win in the sprint race. Dives into the GT4. Topping the timing board at the moment, so he's having a good night so far. Just going to run it to the line. Hopefully go for an improvement. Comes over 210.6. K9 is running it to the line. No improvement from him on that one. It's not enough time to get another lap in as well. So Palm dive back for the pits. K9's just gonna cool his engine down and his brakes before his mechanic has to work on that car. Mark Quirty there getting some nice angles on this car. Really just playing it round. Is he gonna make an improvement? 2:13 solid lap. 2:13.4, so he knocks 2/10 off there. So a good effort from him, and the car moving around a lot underneath him. Roy, see how he's getting on. Pretty much everyone else has bailed for the pits now. Just gonna go do some final adjustments. G32 a bit lower down from what I'd expect to see him. Struggling in this car at the moment. 2:24 was his best lap time. We know he seems to be suffering with definitely one part of this track where he's we've seen him have a couple of moments with the barrier. But Roy looking stronger. He'll just be looking to try and get in front of Kento. Super close between them. I don't think I didn't get to see it, but he didn't manage to do a better lap time than them, so it's super close between Kento and Roy for that. But straight on to the grid for the start. Obviously some of the guys will just get fuel in. A bit more fuel might make a few adjustments to a few different things that they felt they were struggling with. But Palms put it on pole again for the second time tonight. K9 alongside him. We saw Palm not have the best of launch on the last one. K9 did manage to get in front of him going into turn 1. We saw Mark Quirty launch from the back of the grid to the midfield, so by the end of the first straight Mark Quirty could be into the lead here. He has some epic launches. It just depends if that door gets closed by the two front leaders. Kento alongside Mark Quirty there. See his car just dialing in, gives a little bit of a bunny up. That's an indication that he's locked and loaded. Roy on the 5th place there. G32 alongside Roy. And Tiger, that we know he had a bit of a disconnect and reconnected again. Didn't give him a great amount of time to get out there and do a lap. So I think they're about to get underway with the race. Engines are revving. Who's going to launch it off the line? Mark Quirty again, but it seems to bog. Initially it did, so Palms had a good launch. He's had a good launch and got his nose clear. I think it's Kento as well has come into that second place, so a great launch by him. K9 into third with Mark Quirty on the outside of him. So Palms got a few lengths clear. Rest of the pack, Kento leading that. K9 right behind him. G32 having a look up the inside of Mark Quirty. He's managed to make that move stick, but Mark Quirty's going to have the inside for this next corner. Running it side by side. Give each other enough room. Good racing. Fortunately, I haven't seen anybody off track yet. Kento's into that second place with K9 not too far behind him. Meanwhile, Palm is just concentrating on doing his own thing. He's not looking in his rearview mirrors. K9 out wide now into the gravel, but not going to lose too much time. But Mark Quirty did make a lot of ground up on K9 then. Rest of the guys, G32, no, he's having a nightmare tonight. I didn't catch what happened, but just saw he dropped down the pack. But we know he does put in some solid performances. We saw him pit before and still managed to get himself back up into 4th place. So Tiger is got in front of Rock there. So whether it was Rock and G32 that just had a slight bit of coming together, we'll never know. But great job there by Tiger. He'll be looking to as I say that, just clips that tyre barrier. Best lap coming in there from Palm, 2:16, 2:20 from Kento, K9 with a 2:20, Marquardt 2:22. So that's first laps done and dusted. So Palm just stretching out now. K9 into the 2nd place, so Kento just must have made a slight mistake. Marquardt not too far off the back of these guys either. K9 not too happy about running out on the grass on lap 1. I see Kento's car just moving around underneath him. Marquardt's gone for the move up the inside. Kento just dropping back a couple of places, so whatever happened, he must have run out wide, picked up some dirt on his tyres. That's allowed K9 to get into that 2nd place. Marquardt, you saw him moving the car around a lot before Marquardt. You see a lot of gravel on track there. I think that's where G32 had his spin. So Roy in front of Tiger now, so there's a position change that we never caught. So Kento and Marquardt here, they're close on track. Kento looking for that move, just lost them couple of positions. Be looking to try and get them back. It's just let K9 just have a little bit of breathing space, but not really too much. It's Roy just coming into shot, coming up that bank. Oh, Marquardt just over rear end, just steps out too much. It's unfortunate for him. I thought he was going to be able to save it. We've seen him save some epic moves tonight, but it's gone for the full 360 and that's dropped him down into 5th. So Roy's made up the position. Now Kento up into 3rd, so he'll be looking to reel in K9 now, but whether he can. So Roy having a good run, making up that position from Marquardt and putting in a solid performance so far. Lap 3 out of the 10. Checking on the leader. He pretty much did this in the road car as well. He just ekes that lead out, dialing in 2:11s now, so lap time's a little bit slower in these cars compared to the road car, which is quite surprising, but obviously the road car just being that little bit lighter, it's probably got a better pull, better up this main part of the track, last part of the track. Palm looking strong though. He's got his lights on again like he did in the road car. No contact of anything, no scrapes on his car, kept it clean. just going to flick back here. I've just seen Tiger has had another spin at G32. We know how that big spin, he's just coming into shot, so that's going to give him something to focus on now and hopefully make up a position after he had that full spin on the first lap. As he just runs out wide, just seems to be struggling tonight on this circuit. Meanwhile, up at the front, that's for K9, not Mark QWERTY. There we go. Cameras just seem to be a little bit slow tonight. Just see Kento coming into shot. We saw these guys battling in the road car as well. Same position, and Kento caught up to the back of K9, but had a mistake once he caught onto the back of him. That allowed K9 just to pull away and concede the position of second. So he knows how to handle the pressure, but he just runs out a little bit wide, clips a bit of dirt, but see Kento just making up a bit of time off that. So G32 has made up that position. Tiger up here must have made another slight mistake somewhere, because G32 now is a little bit in front of Tiger. But this is where Kento's just reeling in K9. See Roy just coming into shot in the background there, just a flash of the blue. K9 just took out them cones. It's like a mirror image of the last race. That's Roy just coming into shot, Mark QWERTY just behind him, so it's pretty close between them two guys as well. So 2:15 from K9 on the last lap and 2:14.9, so only 2 tenths quicker as Kento, so very evenly paced between these two guys. So this one is renamed Mark QWERTY Corner, because the camera seems to get stuck on his name there this time round. K9 just runs out wide again. It's going to lose him some time. Bit of dirt on his tyres, but fortunate for him, he hasn't lost too much from that. Very similar on pace, these two guys here. Meanwhile, up at the front, Palm. He's going to come across Tiger at the moment around this couple of corners. I think Tiger's had another bit of a moment, but Tiger's well clear off track, so not going to, and Tiger there, he can just dive in for the pits, so he's just going to go and repair something. Back with the race with these two guys. Very close. Kento just fractionally quicker again. Not a great deal in it. On to lap 6 already, so very similar position to the first sprint race that we saw in the road car. A quick rundown of names. Palm out in lead. 10.5 seconds back to K9, which is roughly about 1 second window back to Kento. 7 seconds further back is Roy. So he's having a solid run in these. Marquardt is in the pits now. Just leaving the pits. I think he's going to hold on to that 5th place spot. I don't know. It's G32 in 6th. Tiger in that 7th place spot. But Kento just really getting under the rear wing now of K9. He's going to be looking for a move. Just showing his nose, but decides to back out of it on that part of the track. Got a tighter line though. K9 comes across, just closes the door off. It's all about trying to carry the speed up this this big bank. Both guys seem very very evenly matched. Meanwhile, Palm still fully in control out in front. Seems to be really enjoying this track, and without Kenny Shep out here on track, it's allowing Palm just to run away with this one with no pressure from anyone. Just enjoying the driving. Marquardt, he's gone back into the pit, so I fear, yeah, he's going to drop behind G32. So G32 had to pit on lap 1 and has brought it right back into 5th place. Another solid performance from him. These two guys still battling out. Just checking on Rock. Just dropped about 10 seconds now behind Kento and K9. Can't live with their pace, but solid 4th place. G32 been out there smashing the 2:13 lap times, which a little bit quicker than Kento and K9's pace, but that misfortune at the start's just dropped him down the grid. So this is where his finishing result would be going into the endurance. We know he always shows a solid performance, and he'll be looking to move up in the endurance race as well. Marquardt, he's had to pit a couple of times. So you can see his car moving around a lot. Don't forget he is on a controller, so on this track with the fast kind of flowing bends, I can imagine it's hurting his thumb with the amount of steering lock that you have to just kind of hold. This is where the race is happening at the moment, as Palm has made a bit of a mistake, because now 4 seconds back to K9. So we saw it on the last the last race, he did have a 360 on. Oh, that was someone else. I think that was Tiger. That he's just gone past. So that's K9 in the background there, and oh no, that was Kento had lost a bit of ground. So he's fallen into the clutches of kind of Roy. Got that clear air now to K9. And K9 is 4 seconds behind Palm, so it all seems to have changed on lap 8. But I think Palm looked steady enough. He did do a 2:21 on the last lap. So whether he's picked up any damage. .212 on this lap. K9 2:13. It just seems to have spread the field out towards the front again. Kento's coming over on a 2:24. Yeah, so he lost his 10 seconds, 11 seconds there really, compared to what he was doing. So that'll give Roy a little bit of incentive to try that a little bit harder, but it's not an impossible ask. I'm just going to keep an eye on Palm, just to make sure that there is no major car trouble. Show him a little bit quicker than this at the start of the race, but the car has obviously just changed a little bit, or a lack of concentration has just made him have one bit of a error, which can normally make you more alert again and get you back in the rhythm. But I just feel it just seems to be thrown of error caution into it, but he has pulled slightly away again from K9. Seem to be any major dramas there for Palm. Should have it back into the rhythm again. Checking on Roy. 2:15 was his last thing. Got that incentive of Kento in front of him. Fastest lap for Roy then, 2:13.7. So he is he's pushing, just trying to catch Kento. Only got one lap to do it, but we've seen Kento has made a mistake, so Roy never going to give up trying. G32 got himself back on pace. 2:13's been dialing them in. Just made up a couple of positions. He'll be looking into the future now, ready for that endurance race. Hopefully looking to make up a few more positions and get a great result from that. We've seen him do that many a time throughout the championship. Unfortunate for that first lap spin. dropped him well behind the field, but kept on chipping away and has made up back into 5th place. Mark Quirty's been in the pits a couple of times. Car still looking clean and shiny, so they must have polished it last time he went in on the pits. See Palm in the background coming over the line, takes another win, so great drive from Palm. He's I thought he was going to send it into a full big 360. 2 wins from 2 sprint races, he's going to be over the moon with that. K9 coming over in 2nd place. 2 solid results from K9 there. Been hounded by Kento a lot of the times throughout the race, but held his nerve and great 2nd place. Kento coming over for a 3rd, gives it a 360 and he tips the car over. He's got to use that again on the endurance race, mate. You kind of go smash it up. Oh. Roy there, solid 4th place. He'll be happy. He's looks a lot more comfortable in these GT4 cars. Just kept on chipping away and pulled on some solid points. G32 just coming around to complete his lap. He'll be a person feeling mixed results really again. Bit of misfortune first lap, and then has had to work hard to turn his race around and get it to the line in a good solid 5th place really. It's picking up some decent points. He's just going to run it to complete his lap. Good drive from Mark Quirty. We see him having some epic launches and start of the race, but just seemed to just drop a little bit further back as the night went on. A couple of pit stops. There's your results. Palm, K9 and Kento taking the podium positions. 2:10 best lap from Palm. 2:12s, 2:13s, pretty much everyone else. Tiger just seemed to be struggling around this track. It's probably one that he hasn't done very often yet, but I'm sure he'll get more familiarised with it. Just going to save the replay. So yeah, that'll be the starting position for the endurance on Thursday night. Again, we'll be racing there. There's people that can you can feel like you want to have a go, you can join in. Unfortunately, you will be starting from the rear of the grid, but sometimes that's always more fun because you can work your way through it. So yeah, we shall catch you on Thursday night, same time, same place. Thanks very much for watching.